bringing you more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth content. Today we're going to be going over the blog post that went live alongside the trailer that we covered. You can check it up there when we kind of dive in and analyze it. I literally just recorded that, but for you it might have been a day or two. I'm still tired, I'm still excited, but we're going to get through the blog post today. And I guess with that all being said, what is up guys, Jen here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Got you covered with timestamps, so if you want to skip to a certain section of this blog, feel free to do so. All I ask is for you to support the channel and hit the thumbs up button. So let's dive straight in, let's switch scenes, and we are greeted with Aerith and this scene that we looked at the trailer, and we can see just here, just over here, look, I'm going to move, look, hello, it's over there. We have a whisper. A whisper of the wind. So we're going to scroll down here and we're going to read this blog. We're back with a new preview of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and this time is as much as a treat for the ears as it is for the eyes, referring to the new song. Firstly, we're excited to reveal our brand new trailer, which debuted at the Game Awards 2023 alongside a dazzling live performance featured vocalist Lauren Allred. I don't know, I think I've not butchered that. I think I did a good job. Take a look and listen to the extended theme song trailer here. We did have a look at that trailer in the last video, so we kind of dived in, but now we're going to have a look at everything. So the new song, titled No Promises to Keep, was written by the legendary Nobuo Uematsu. The composer for the original Final Fantasy VII is performed by Lauren Allred, the renowned platinum-selling artist who captivated the world with her single Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. The trailer features lots of new details about the game, including the first appearances of the courageous pilot Cid, HIGHWIND, and a proper look at Vincent Valentine, and the return of the beloved characters Marlene and Biggs. It's a whirlwind tour, so let's slow things down a little and have a closer look at some of these reveals. Regions of the world. Again, here we are. The world of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is comprised of multiple regions, each boasting a unique environments for you to explore and experience on your adventure. Let's take a look at the couple, and we have the Gold Saucer, and if we can open this in a new tab here, we can probably zoom in just a little bit and have a look at a few things here. But we can see we've got the Ghost Square, the Wonder Square. Welcome to the Gold Saucer. We've got like the central hub here, and the Gold Saucer seems to be not be gold. It seems to be more kind of silver or platinum, as we see in a few other screenshots. We've got the balloons going off just behind me. You can't see it, but we've got everything here. We've got the Speed Square up here, Battle Square over here, and overall it's going to be a very, very fun time with the Gold Saucer. Referred to as the Glided or the Gilded Paradise, the Gold Saucer, a resplendent amusement park on an epic scale. It is divided into 7 areas called squares, even though they're on circles. Did anyone ever bring that up? But each to their own unique attractions. One such is the Sky Wheel, which takes guests high above the saucer for an unforgettable view of the park and has proven to be a popular date spot. So that is where we're going to be having the date as we prepare for our venture to the Temple of the Ancients. Something I forgot to mention in the trailer was the background music. Temple of the Ancients was playing, and it was really epic. Again, I'm a little bit tired, so if I muddle my words up or get too excited, please bear with me. But we're moving on to the Corel prison, and we're going to have a look at this image here. I'm going to zoom in, and we can see here the structure of the Gold Saucer just below here. And I mentioned it in the trailer video, but we have just here, oh, you can't see because I'm in the way. If I move myself out of the way, just here, you can see the photographer guy that seems to be giving us loads of side quests, and he seems to be taking a picture of an NPC here. And yeah, we just see it like heavily kind of guarded because of course people that get thrown down here are staying here without a ticket to go back up to the Gold Saucer. But it would be very interesting to kind of get the history of the Corel prison and the old Corel town. So let's continue on. A sprawling slum that infests the base of the Gold Saucer. It's almost as if the saucer's glimmer of facade acts as a beacon for vagabonds and ne'er-do-wells the world over as they are flocked there in droves. So dangerous is the Dust Bowl. Corel prisons slightly kind of these words are absolutely getting me today. Those who enter its limits are said to never return. So this is obviously referring to the desert that you could probably get lost in, which we'll be traversing with the buggy, which is exciting. So new characters. Let's introduce some faces you'll encounter in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. We have Vincent Valentine, voiced by Matthew Mercer, and he is looking absolutely epic here. And I'm really excited to dive in. I really am. This is going to be awesome. A self-proclaimed security guard who hibernates in a coffin deep below the Shinra manor. I was going to say, below the Shinra manager? Well, that's a story in itself. But this man of mystery is swathed in a red cape and boasts the genes of a monster, as well as a hidden connection to Sephiroth. I believe this is referring to Lucrecia. Whether we're going to dive in deep with this, we'll be going to the little spot near Cosmo Canyon in this game. Who knows? Is it going to be completely side content? Is it going to be mandatory? But we know that obviously this meeting of Vincent is going to be indeed mandatory. We have Cid HIGHWIND, and this is the first time we've seen him in HD, in this remake style, in these original clothes. And, you know, he's looking fantastic here. And he's looking his age. He is looking his age. Voiced by J. Michael Tatum, this rogue pilot of reputable skill runs a shuttle service out of various abandoned airstrips. Okay, that answers the question from the trailer. We have abandoned airstrips. So these are going to be locations that we're going to probably be able to land the tiny Bronco. Whether we have control or we pick from a menu, we know now, looking at this, he runs the shuttle service with the tiny Bronco. I really do believe that we're not going to be seeing Rocket Town in this game. Maybe we can see it in the distance, but I don't think we'll be visiting it because it's not been mentioned and we have not seen it. After Cloud and company flag him down, he flies them around the globe in his beloved tiny Bronco. So it looks like the tiny Bronco will not get shot down, and probably towards the end of the game, because obviously we get a better upgrade, as we know in the OG Final Fantasy VII. But it's going to be very interesting to see how that develops. We have Dyne, or Dane. Let me know how you pronounce it in the comment section below, because I'm probably going to do the opposite of what you say. So the voice actor is Dave B. Mitchell. Dyne was Woods Barrett's closest friend back when the two used to make their living in the coal mines of Corel. Now he is a wanted man with a gun grafted to his left arm, and his current whereabouts are unknown. Obviously, we're going to see him at the Corel prison, and you can see the locket he wears around his neck. This is probably going to be our proof that we've eliminated the threat. Whether that story develops the same as it did in OG, as we go to the battle square and people have been shot, Barrett's kind of on his own mood. We don't see him in any of the Gold Saucer trailer except the play, but that happens much later before we go to the Temple of the Ancients. I think the only time we see Barrett in the Gold Saucer that we've seen in the footage so far is when they meet Kate Sith. So whether the story's going to be slightly changed, we don't know. But here is Dio, and his voice actor is Ian James Corlett, the charismatic owner of the Gold Saucer, famous for his brawny physique and handlebar moustache. Dio is often found participating in his park parades, flexing his muscles before throngs of screaming desks, just everyone just sitting there at the desks, just like, yep, there's Dio. No, screaming guests. And it's going to be very interesting to see. Is he still going to be a key part later when we need the Keystone? Will we see the Keystone on our first visit of the Gold Saucer? And we don't know what it is just yet. But obviously us as the players of the OG will know, like, oh, that's the Keystone. But we'll see. I'm excited. Gold Saucer is going to be massive. Dr. Sheiran, voice actor Lord Cher, through his clinic in North Corel may be small. Though his clinic in North Corel may be small, Dr. Sheiran, heart and intellect are anything but. Lately, he's been caring for the black robe figures that have stumbled into town and has attempted to uncover the truth behind their mysterious illness. I think we know from the last trailer, I know that I said this was the Doctor from Medial, but as soon as I made that video on that analysis, you know, I watched it with subtitles, and we know that this is the guy from Traces of Two Past that mends Tifa. Probably going to become a vital part of like Cloud's kind of like identity crisis. Is Tifa real or not? He's going to solidify that yes, Tifa is real, and he did operate on her to get rid of those scars and kind of damage from the Nibelheim incident. Solemn and Gus. This is what we assume to be Mr. Coates from the OG, and he is voiced by Jonah Scott, the sleazy kingpin of Corel Prison. Gus is as flamboyant as he is smooth-talking. Add that a healthy dose of showmanship, and it's a little wonder that the dregs of the Dust Bowl have flocked to him. So he's probably the leader of the Dust Bowl, and if you want to get back to the top side, you got to go through this guy. And in the trailer we see that he is obviously picking who can be a jockey for the Chocobo races to get back to topside. We'll see if that remains true. Biggs looking very super casual here. This is the same Biggs that we've seen at the end of Remake in this alternate reality. Voice actor Gideon Emery, after surviving the fall of the Sector 7 plate, Biggs awoke to find that he's the last remaining member of the ill-fated anti-Shinra rebels Avalanche. Having recovered from his injuries, he now seeks revenge against the company that murdered his comrades. So we got Biggs and Zack teaming up here. Well, they're going to be feeling the same things, because in the original game, obviously Zack died, Biggs died. In the trailer, Zack is feeling getting hit by these bullets and probably feeling being very close to death. And I'm assuming that Biggs is probably going to get that feeling as well, being crushed, breathing in smoke, and just having kind of these things. Again, I've got my theories, but I don't have anything concrete. There's some holes in there, so I don't want to commit. But it's going to be a very interesting dynamic between Biggs and Zack as they progress through the story of Rebirth. This is the mystery that is going to keep us going throughout to the third game, so I'm really excited. Moving on to combat now, we've got synergy attacks. Synergy attacks are powerful attacks in which two characters team up, turn the tide of battle. More abilities will unlock as you can increase the party level, a numerical expression of how closely knit your team is, and deepen the affinity between party members. Fill the synergy gorge by using abilities and unleash a synchronized assault. Here are some examples: Cloud and Aerith and the Firework Blade. You see that in action here. Cloud uses Aerith magic to unleash a ranged attack. Cait Sith and Tifa, the Moogle Dunk Shot. Again, Cait Sith is getting thrown around. There seems to be a lot of synergy abilities where people are just getting thrown at the enemies, and it's going to be a blast. It really is. Tifa swings Cait Sith Moogle around and launches it at the enemy. Combat. Summons. Setting summon material grant access to power of the gods. A conjured deity will follow your lead and fight enemies automatically, but you can also instruct them to use special abilities. Before they depart the battlefield, summons will unleash one final attack that will wreak immense havoc. Some of these, we've got Titan here. We usually find him in the Gongaga area. Will we find him in there? I don't know, but he looks pretty menacing there. A titanic colossus whose arms of solid stone can rend the earth and your enemies asunder. Titan excels at both powerful melee strikes and area effect attacks, such as Boulder Hurl. And we can see it here going against a Chimera by the looks of it there. We've also got another bit here. Upon leaving the battlefield, Titan unleashes Earth and Fury, calling forth giant pillars of rock from deep within the earth. This imposing magic attacks harness the power of nature to cleave your enemy's resolve. Then we got Bahamut Arisen, probably one of many Bahamuts that we're going to see in the Rebirth, the remake trilogy, should I say. And this is a massive dragon covered in resplendent red scales. Sorry, I'm tired, I'm excited. Please bear with me. And it cuts off any possible escape routes with its lightning quick speed and decimates its enemies with both sharp claws and a veritable arsenal of weaponry. Bahamut Arisen excels at attacking rapid succession, but can also obliterate foes with charged magic attacks from its limbs. Once its Umbral Bombardment lands, it releases two orbs of magic that fan out and annihilate all surrounding enemies. It looks like we're in the Gongaga area here. It looks like Gongaga. I mean, let's have a look at the side. Got the Transformer Station and the Control Station probably here. Maybe on the way to the Mako Reactor. We've got like a circle map here. So, I don't know. Could be anything. Could be anything. And then when it leaves the battlefield, Bahamut Arisen activates Giga Flare, an extremely potent attack that sees the dragon unleash beams of magic from his wings and more, burning any nearby foes alive. Then we have Phoenix, a bird possessed of exquisite beauty, wings of brilliant flame. I'm just going to roll with it. Phoenix is not only flies about the battlefield, assailing foes with its blistering hot attacks, but also heals the party's wounds. In addition to engulfing enemies in flames with its wings of wildfire, Phoenix can grant buffs with healing effects. It can also revive incapacitated allies and fully recover their HP with her eyes, allowing them to return to the front line and continue the fight. I think this is going to be a nice tide turner kind of summon here. When it departs the field of battle, Phoenix unleashes Rebirth Flame, which recovers the party's HP and spells fiery death any foes within its wide range. A single feather falls from the Phoenix wings, enveloping the battlefield in the burning flames, which, after the bird rises from the cinders to deal the final blow. Man, I'm just getting so excited just talking about this stuff. Are you excited? Let me know in the comment section down below. Relationships, and this is going to definitely fall heavily on our date scene and maybe some alternate scenes in the play. We know that the lead of Rosa can be played by different characters. Can Barrett play Rosa in Rebirth if we pick certain things? But do you want to climb the clock tower together? If I have to, sure, let's. I'm busy. Clock tower in Calm by the sounds of it, which is going to be interesting. I did say in a previous video, it'd be really nice to visit the clock tower and see Calm from above. It looks like we're going to be doing that, whether that's going to be exploration or just a cutscene. Cloud's actions and the way he responds to other party members while conversing with them will affect his relationship with them. With a strong enough bond, you may even reap some benefits, so whether you're faced with a decision, you might want to think hard before responding, especially if it concerns your favorite character. And maybe this ties into synergy as well. Maybe we learn certain synergy abilities, but we can see stills here of the date scene with various characters. I don't think we're going to get one with Red or Kate Sith or Vincent or Cid, because obviously they're all in the party by that time. But relationships, Loveless. This is where relationships come into play. I think this play is going to play out differently, just ever so slightly, when you know, not this actual song scene, but the scene before it, as we talked, like with the lead of Rosa and stuff. Theatrical come on, Jen. A theatrical production based on the classic epic poem Loveless. It depicts a hero's fight against the Dragon King, the tyrannical ruler of Guardia, as well as his love for Princess Rosa. And here we see Jessie again, but underneath this image, you know, we're crushing your hopes and dreams with Jessie here. Thanks to the latest in VR technology, the Golden Saucer's Golden Theatre brings this play to life like never before. And I believe this is a past performance of Jessie before she kind of quit and came back to Midgard to join Avalanche. You can also see Barrett and Red here. Depending on your relationship with fellow theatregoers, the person playing Rosa may even change along with parts of the script. And then we've got new screenshots that we've seen grabbed from the trailer. Man, I'm excited. Not long to wait to experience Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for yourself. The game launches February 29th, 2024 for PS5. Oh my goodness, I am very, very excited. I'll leave a link down below for the blog post, but things are about to get interesting. We'll probably see one more trailer around the end of January, the beginning of February. That will be our final trailer. Will it be a typical kind of give everything away, or they're going to keep us on the edge of the seat? But we're going to keep on covering Rebirth as and when. I'm sure we're going to see more interviews. I'm sure we're going to see more kind of like screenshots, renders, and everything else in between, and we'll be covering it here on the channel. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of that content, support the channel, and hit the thumbs up button. Get involved in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.